Hi, I'm Charlton Barreto. I'm a platform architect for Intel working in end-user integration platforms. And what I'm here to talk to you about today is about the advantages of a rich services cloud client platform and how they can utilize the power of hardware to provide you with context-aware and context-appropriate applications. I'm going to talk to you today about a word editing or document editing application, one which is a rich cloud client app. So it's using a rich application running in a container on your notebook in this case, and enabling you to work with it as if it was a full desktop application. I'm going to compare that experience to the web-only form of this application that you only have available to you, let's say on a netbook or possibly a MID. So here, what I've got is I have this white paper, live mesh, using Microsoft's cloud technologies, and I'm using this to be able to edit a document. And here, let's say I want to change update the spelling of these documents from US English to UK English. Now I can actually do something like the extended grammar and spelling work here, and actually hook into local help capabilities. This document that I'm working on is local. However, it's attached to and synchronized with a cloud document, a document in a cloud. This application is not simply one which exists, in one location or the other, or is replicated, but rather it is synchronized across a family of peers, so that whichever one is the latest one, and whichever one happen to be working on, happens to become part of that source of truth. And once I finish my changes, that gets synced up to the cloud, which is not only lives in a data center, but also lives on your hardware. And once that is synced up, it is as if I had simply handed you that document. So now I made some changes here, and on this particular client, right, I happen to be using a UK English preference. Now let's just take a look on a web client on the web here and within a browser, and you can see that these changes have been pushed out. So, for example, I changed this document to update synchronization to UK spelling. Because I'm still working with local resources and with a tie to local preferences, it reflects it as a correct spelling. Now I decide I'm going to go look at this same document on my thin client, and it's going to reflect each of these spellings, for example, with either a correction highlight, or it's going to reflect them with the local spelling preferences. So even though I'm working with the same document within a cloud, these are customized, in essence, to my location. It's aware of my location, it's aware of my preferences, and at the same time, it's aware of my hardware capabilities. So if I'm going to edit this, it's not going to allow me to edit this within the local rich client, because I have not actually slapped down this rich client onto this machine. And at the same time, it's detected that this document only has the capabilities to support a lighter weight client with fewer components, whereas this on the notebook, being able to utilize the greater available cycles with the CPU, greater bandwidth of the network configuration, and the greater rendering capabilities, will use the richer experience. we can go back. You can see that we're going to preview this in the thin client view, the web view, so that we know how it's going to appear. And you can see changes have been updated onto this document. And likewise, this document reflects the same changes. I've made a correction here. Correction's been reflected. I only get to use a thin browser-based client here with limited editing capabilities. I get to use a full rich client on this based upon context awareness and again applying location awareness to both of these in order to autocorrect them in a way that is appropriate with both my location and my preferences. This illustrates, again, the rich services client model, where using a platform that's equally distributed amongst hardware, amongst nodes, you can reach down into the capabilities of the hardware without pinning your applications to the OS or to that specific chipset. You can detect these capabilities and load additional components onto your platform to be able to leverage these capabilities and provide you with the rich, immersive experience based upon your platform.